Hi, it's Mike Stevenson here. In this video, I'd like to talk about a new feature we've introduced in Turbo 360 called document groups, and we'll show how this can help make it easier to produce documentation for many teams. So over here in Turbo 360, if you're familiar with the Azure Documenter module, you would see in the past we had this list of documents down here that you could generate, and you would create a new document up here. So we'll create a test one, choose our service principal, and then we choose the document type that we wanted. Now, this works really well, but the bit I wanted to change in the product is this really sort of focuses documentation about being a thing one person centrally does, and it's aimed at just that central admin team in Azure. And I think what we want to do is make generated documentation more accessible to the other teams in your organization. So we modify the tree view here so you can now create different groups. So the idea here would be I'd create groups for different teams, different applications, different departments. So if I created a group for Mike's team, I would choose the service principal and the subscriptions that I care about for these documents. And then you can see my new node will appear on the tree here. And I can now go creating documents under the scope of Mike's team. So that, again, if I think about the different teams in my IT department, maybe you've got your integration team, your partner portal team, for example. So if anyone's seen some of the demos we often do, we use this partner portal application to showcase some of the features in Turbo 360. So here I can create partner portal. I can create a few documents here. So I've got things like the resource details, the RBAC report, the resource audit, scoped a bit more on this particular application rather than having a list of all the documents that have, cover every scenario. So I can create my team documentation for this app, and also we've put the diagrams feature that we had. So the diagrams was really a kind of a scratch pad where you can just put together some really lightweight diagrams using the resources in this area. So for example, in my partner portal, you could have multiple diagrams here. So let's create a new one. And then I would just choose the, maybe I've got multiple subscriptions here, so I could have a diagram for my test and UAT environment possibly. And here I would get a new diagram. The resources in Azure would show up so that I can create my diagram directly with the resources. So for example, if we go into my, so that one's my partner portal here, so I can say, right, I'll have my app service plan, I can have my key vault, link them together, put my app service on here. I could maybe put some notes if I want to make some notes, and I can put some custom shapes on here. So really what I'm trying to do here is, if I think of the scenario where I've got my developers and architects looking at the partner portal, we just want this simple place to just put together some quick diagrams of what this application looks like, so we can have these conversations driven by our documentation and driven by some lightweight diagrams here. So it's an easy way to just put that together, keep it centrally, anybody can go and manage it, and it's kind of there with the rest of your documentation. Today's feature was really about the grouping on the tree view, so we've added this feature just to make it easy to have documents scoped at different teams and applications, which we think will help Azure Documenter users. Thank you for listening today. We hope you have a great week.